What's going on with the goings on, y'all? You know what I'm talking about? Already with the alreadies. You feel me? Trying to get my adjusting. You know I'm always fidgeting. You know what I'm saying? Like my hat. My hat in my shirt say, express yourself. You know what I'm saying? For real with the for reals. You know what I'm talking about? So we gonna express ourselves today. We gonna talk a little spit. We gonna swallow a little it. You know what I'm talking about? And vice versa. We gonna talk a little it, and we gonna swallow a little spit. You know what I'm talking about? And we gonna keep it moving when we grooving. You understand me? Already with the alreadies. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't gonna spend a lot of time with my introduction and letting y'all know what's going on when it's going on in the zone, y'all. You know what I mean? We're gonna be straight to the remixes. You understand? I want to shout out to everybody though. You know what I'm saying? If you watch me, if you don't watch me, if you heard of me, if you don't heard of me, you know what I mean? Please believe me. You done said something I done said before. I be out in the world sometime. Not all the time, but sometime. And I be listening, whether you know it came from me or not. Trust me. I done said enough to where, look, I influence the masses. You understand me? But we done had a nice little minute, 2-minute interlude. We about to get straight to these shenanigans. And we gonna keep it moving because guess what? We gotta find us something to do. You understand me? So, shout out to Coco Gauff and Naomi. You understand me? I'm gonna call you Miss Naomi because I'm what? You understand me? Already with the already. I'm glad that Naomi coming out of her shell. You know what I'm talking about? She even made a friend while she was there. You know what I'm talking about? Mrs. Taylor Thompson. I'm glad you put her up under your wing. She might need her some little black influence. She got all this Japanese influence at the crib. She might need her a little flavor in her coffee. You know what I'm talking about? She's tired of just creamer. Come on, she need a little sugar booger. You understand me? Already with the already. But I said Coco and Naomi because Coco and Naomi have reached the quarterfinals. You know what I'm talking about? They win one more game, they're going to play against each other in the finals. You know what I'm talking about? For the winner of Wimbledon. So we about to see if two black folks, which will be historically breaking, you know what I'm saying, for two black folks to be in the finals at Wimbledon. You know what I'm talking about? And it's going to be the first time since Serena Williams, somebody of a different persuasion or a different Caucasian, you know what I'm talking about? It depends on where you at. This guy's going to reach this mighty feat. You know what I'm talking about? Congratulations to both of you young ladies. You know what I mean? Already with the alreadies. Shout out to the Whispers. Hey there, lady. You know what I'm talking about? Boop, boop, boo-doo. Hey there, lady. So I guess Sean Stockman, shout out to your channel, sir. I'll be watching here and there and everywhere. You know what I'm talking about? And the whistles came down my timeline. I was singing along with them. Hey there, lady. Boop, 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 boo. You know what I'm talking about? At first, it seemed like he didn't know where he was coming or going himself. You know, he couldn't find the lyrics, I imagine. You know what I'm talking about? But they came quick. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? At least that's what the editor said. For real. Shout out to y'all, though. You know what I'm talking about? The Young Whispers and Mr. Sean Stockman. You know what I'm talking about? This is the first time in a while I didn't smoke you up. The last 2 or 3, you know what I'm talking about? It was a story for me. I just didn't feel like dibbling and dabbling when I got a whole lot of dibbling and dabbling to do. You know what I'm talking about? But shout out to you, sir. Shout out to all the ALS support. You feel me? I ain't never. And then what? I forgot. What is it? In the zone? I might be saying it wrong. Or is it one of one? I don't know, sir. But you donated some federality. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody else did the challenge. I ain't seen nobody donate nothing. Now, unless I just wasn't looking hard enough. You feel me? But I've seen a lot of people do the challenge. I still ain't seen Bronny come out yet. Or Bronny James. Bryson, anybody. You know, somebody in the James. Actually, low key, the mother or daughter could do it. Somebody. You know what I'm talking about? I'm challenging LeBron James at the end of the day. You feel me? Shout out to you though, Bronny Brown. I mean, shout out to everybody else who did the ALS, sorry. My apologies. The ALS challenge. You know what I'm talking about? Good ice bucket challenge. You know what I'm saying? Some people use ice buckets. I don't know. Some people use cold water. You know what I mean? I can't give you one without the other. So even some people, I think, use hot water too, or lukewarm water, and just put the acting job on. Either way, it's a blessing. You feel me? Like to see the camaraderie. Now, if we can just get these bills down, you know what I'm talking about? Keep them from taking half the check. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, they might be able to live. You know what I'm talking about? How you gonna increase the prices but cut it in half? I mean, you ain't do nothing for real. You know what I'm talking about? But it is what it is. Let's get into some of this. Shout out to Big Meech. So I guess shout out to Tasha K as well. You know what I'm talking about? But I guess Big Meech, they had some little information showing him come from one of few, you know what I'm saying, establishments. You know what I mean? I don't even know. It might have been the hotel. Either way it go, it was women getting in the car, and it was women getting in the trunk. I'm like, is she really about to get in this trunk? You really want to go party with the biggest. You know what I'm talking about? For real. And I guess Big Meech also told a story during one of his streams that him, old boy from Doughboys Cash Out. I'm gonna let you figure it out because now you gotta go find the information. But I guess him, his two bodyguards and Queez, you know what I'm saying, and like 3-4 other women got in the Maybach and, you know what I'm saying, finished the rest of their night. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I definitely remember nights. Who remember nights? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, for real. I got a few of them. You know what I'm talking about? Jimmy's Lounge. And, you know what I'm talking about? Motherfucker coming in spending all the money. Think I ain't got to spend no money. Nigga just got to be affiliated with the situation. I got plenty of them. You know what I'm talking about? Being on East Lawn, sitting on Kercheval, smoking till you can't smoke no more. You know what I'm talking about? Because a situation that came through. You feel me? And we got some extras, and instead of blowing it, we're going to throw a party. You feel me? Everybody on the block come. Everybody in the 10-block radius come. You feel me? And we be inside, outside, on the roof. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, 90s was I can go on. So shout out to you though, Big Meech. You know what I'm talking about? Putting all them people in that Maybach. You something else there. Let's see, where we going now? Okay. Bronny James. I seen you, young Bronny. Gotta call you young Bronny because you old now. You know what I'm talking about? We don't never feel old. We always young. So LeBron James was working out. You know what I'm talking about? I wish I could do that. My equilibrium is bad. Shit. I can't stand on the ball, let alone balance my knees on it and do some half pull-ups, because that's what they was. You pushing up with them dumbbells. I say, look at LeBron go. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, LeBron, for the workout. Okay, we're gonna dip into this because it's gonna take a minute. Oh man, rest in heaven, Nolan Wells. Now I've been looking at this story. You know what I'm saying? I even put it on my timeline. I was gonna just put it on my timeline and not speak on it because it speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? And it's not the first time. This like the second occurrence of a story being the same. You feel me? He could go out with some of his Caucasian friends and he don't come back. But this is crazy. Like, y'all deleted everything on Instagram and Facebook. You deleted all your accounts. You came back with his phone. You know what I'm saying? The girlfriend was Caucasians. The Caucasian girlfriend came back with the phone, but without him. Talking about we don't know where he went. He went with some girl. How are you gonna go with some girl but also have a girlfriend? Y'all confusing me. You know what I'm talking about? And then all the Caucasian friends he has, excuse my language, all the Caucasian friends he have are of upper echelon. So you think they're gonna lose their lives and their careers because accident? You know what I'm talking about? You feel me? Then he got four friends. They all don't know what's going on. No, nobody know the story. And you had a girl too? And this the day and age where everybody keep their phone on them. Nigga don't even want to get you. I just showed a picture. Well, I put it on my story of Big Tigger wrestling a woman to the ground for the phone. And he well over 50. You know what I'm saying? About to catch a whole nother case because he want the phone he paid for back. So if he ain't gonna get rid of his phone, then how somebody that's half his age gonna get rid, more than half his age for real? How you think he gonna get his phone? He ain't gonna. If granddad ain't gonna get rid of his phone, that means that grandson ain't gonna get rid of his phone. Point blank period. So you got nigga, his phone coming back, him not coming back. He was on the island. They don't know where he went to, where he was at. Just know he left with some girl. And then they found the body on the island. I thought you should have found the body in the water. They found the body on the island. So wherever the incident was, whenever and however the incident happened, it happened right then and there. And then y'all look like suspects because you erased history. You can't erase history without having a story. I'm just saying, you know what I'm talking about? So what's the story behind you erasing your history? You know what I'm talking about? But I bet you ain't nothing gonna come of it. Ain't nothing gonna come of that. And ain't no black folks don't push the issue. You know why? Because that's the stuff. It ain't in our DNA to push the issue. We don't, you know what I'm saying? Frustration ain't never been our strong suit. Even in the now, because that's what we doing now in 2026. We in the now. So the last 15 minutes, niggas is gonna forget and not even care about what's going on when it's going on and it's going on. Because you got, you know what I'm saying? You got too many distractions. You got to, just like how we talking about it, the lights was out. The lights back on, niggas back to work. We're going to act like this story never existed. It was a black man that passed away around a bunch of Caucasians. You know what I'm talking about? We'll talk about it now because it's a story to talk about. But after that, it's over with. It's over with the overs. But, you know what I'm talking about? We ain't going to carry no fractions. You know what I mean? Already with the alreadies. I do want to keep talking about Nolan because there's a story. Like, I watched one story, nigga, one of the interviewers was interviewing the mother because they from Mississippi. So, you know, it probably ain't no kind of phone poles or nothing else out there. You got to go out there to find out what's going on. So he in Mississippi doing the interview. In the midst of the interview, they find the body. They got to cut the interview short. I'm like, man, as the story was unfolding, they was unfolding. But it's going to be more details because this story can't be the end. You know what I'm talking about? He was found on the island. The four assailants said they don't know where he went to. What was his phone last ping? You ain't nobody pinged the phone? He had to have been lost. Some of the suspects, some of the ongoers said they seen y'all partying without Nolan. So he had been and gone. I can go on and on and on and on and on and on, but we gonna get into some of this subject matter. So we got Ray J, Sexy Red, Sukihana. Now I watched the story, both stories actually. You know, what I'm talking about, I was gonna go live with you, but I had other things going on in my life. I do got real life situations, so I was like, oh, okay, I'll catch up with you a little later. So I guess you saved the stories. You feel me? And they was probably from a night or two prior. I'm not quite sure. I don't really care. I'm just gonna get into the information. So you made some statements about Sexy Red. You was trolling. You had to be. Then you got to saying how you had relations. You ain't had no relations. You know what I'm talking about? She too infatuated with life to have relations. Now Sukihana, on the other hand, that's a totally different story. Then you got to talk about how you saved the shirt with her minstrel on it. Like, yeah, you was wild. And then you had people come up, all the women that came up, you wanted to see they tatas. Like, sir, like you doing a lot. Like, basically telling them the only way they can stay on the screen is if they doing this and that and the other. You know what I'm talking about? Like you explained what was going on before it was going on. You just went in the zone. And then you went into some kind of rant where you got to telling obscurities. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm like, what? Nigga. Let me get into some specifics for just 1 second. Motherfucker definitely ain't telling you what to do, but I'm telling you how to do it. Because if I don't, it won't get done. You know what I'm talking about? You choose to spend your money, that shit is on you. You can always say fuck it and go back to sitting in the basement, Willie. Pulling your Wonka. You can always do that. Ain't nothing wrong with it, sir. You don't like the ramifications of the situation, guess what? Guess what porch you can sit on? Brandy's. She got a big porch too. You know what I'm talking about? Because that's all you ever been in life. You ain't never changed nothing up. You ain't never tried to be nobody else. You know what I'm talking about? So they can't call you nothing but. You feel me? Because that's all you been. So if you button been, then guess what? Guess I got an asshole, huh? And I'm going to leave that alone. So you continued on with your rant. You went on a second one. You feel me? You smoking weed. You talking slick. You feel me? You trying to hold a situation down that it don't need to be held. You just talking just to be talking. I mean, it's all good. Keep talking. I'm with it. You feel me? At the end of the day, I'm definitely with it. So let's get into some hometown cooking. Okay? So I guess Jalen Durham, you need a check, sir. But guess what? I should have told you. Maybe you'd have tried a little harder. But no, I was trying to get the playoffs going. But guess what? You didn't keep going. You was being negative Nancy. Now look where you at. You don't even work hard when you need to work hard. Well, makes you think somebody want to give you a check for that. I'm just telling you what they done told you already. Ain't nobody finna give you no check and you ain't moving around. You ain't grooving around. You begged to be an all-star. Niggas wasn't even gonna give you an all-star selection. You begged for that, sir. And then you turn around and do nothing in the playoffs? We can't give you no check for that. And we know you're not a hard worker. That's 2 strikes, sir. It's really 3 because you of a different persuasion. So you didn't put 3 strikes on you. And you expect to get something out of that? You ain't finna get nothing out of that. And the Pistons probably ain't finna pay you. Now you can be disgruntled. You always got that option. And say how they doing this and doing that and treating you this way and that way. But guess what? Then you really ain't gonna get no check. You know what I'm talking about? I hope this shit humble you. Cause the real is not fake. And I keep telling the world that, but they don't want to listen until it's too late. Then it's like, what you say? It's too late. I said it already. I'm not finna repeat myself. I'm not a parrot. Once I say it, I really be wanting to let it go. But sometimes I care, because that's just me. I care, bro. I'm always gonna care. I don't give a fuck who you is, for real, for real. I love you, nigga. And that's just cool. Well, the motherfuckers I fuck with, nigga, you know I love you, nigga. I'm gonna let you know you're doing it wrong. You might need to go and handle. Only thing about a lot of that shit is motherfucker be trying to tell me, you need to practice what you preach. You need to do this. You need to put a little of this into that. And you know what I'm saying? Your finances need to be right. No, a lot of you niggas owe me your life. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't gonna put no ducats in my pocket, because then you might not get this same information. You know what I'm talking about? Nigga might use it and keep it for himself. So if you keep him stagnant, then he gotta give it to you. No, I can manipulate you. Now I can be the puppet on, you can be the puppet. I can be Geppetto, nigga. I'm moving around. You don't know if I'm moving or grooving. You don't know what's going on. You just going on. And as long as you stay going on and you don't look left and right, you're going to be all right. You're going to look left and right and fuck around and find yourself in a ditch. Doing too much. Keep your eyes on the prize, young man. Keep your eyes on the prize. I'm going to get into this. This is I should have got where the gas station was at, but I guess a mom went to a gas station to get some slushies for her children after purchasing a new home, and she was on the live, bro. I hate even reporting on things like this. But yeah, man, that's crazy, man. You worked that hard and did so much to make sure your children had a better life, and someone just took it in a blinking of an eye. That's why you gotta make sure you crossing your T's and dotting your I, because you never know when you get on the live, bro. You know what I'm saying? Live life to the fullest, enjoy everything. I mean, you know what I'm talking about? You gotta do things to the best of your ability, bro. And don't think that your abilities run short. You feel me? You was born to be a conqueror. You just didn't know. A lot of people don't know what they're conquering. So they diminish a lot of that, what they got going on, because they don't know they got it going on. And I'm here to tell you got everything going on. You know what I'm saying? You just got to harness it and keep it going on. If you hear noise in the background, you know it's real. But I ain't going to dwell on that too much. We're going to say, where all my scamming ass niggas at? Pushing that money in 100 stacks. Hey, going that gold yard bag. Spin that shit. Spin that shit. Spin that shit. Hey, spin that shit. I say what? Spin that shit. Hey, spin that shit. Hey, spin that shit. We gonna spin that shit. So shout out to Young Miami. You understand me? Young Justin Lee. Hollywood Unlocked if you ain't ready. You know what I'm talking about? And Mrs. Riri. Young Rihanna. Or Robin if you know what I'm talking about? You understand me? So shout out to you young people. So I guess these three assailants decided to go to a grocery store. The reason why I said assailants like they was some suspects or some shit, because them niggas went to the grocery store. It was, you know what I'm saying, other than Riri must have been there quite a few times because she was doing her thing, you know, filling the avocados and looking at her potatoes and, you know, I'm talking about looking at the meats. We have the meats. Looking at. Shout out to Jason Lee. He was commentating, getting this vlog on, you know what I'm talking about? And Young Miami ain't show up to the end, you know what I'm talking about? At the end of the day, though, it was good to see y'all grocery shop and have a little fun, you know what I'm saying? Have interactions with the staff. Yeah. You gonna do a lot of more blogging, Jason? I mean, you know, everybody don't like to be in. I mean, I ain't gonna say everybody. I'm gonna say it like this. People, a lot of people, you know what I'm talking about? They don't like everybody in their business because then they get to realizing their business ain't as real as it's supposed to be. And you might lose a lot of followers because you lied. There's a lot of liars, bro. That's why the whole instant gratification, you know, it ain't gonna be instant for too long, but just have fun while it lasts. Cause after the instant gratification, I don't know what you gonna do when you get bored. You know, people tend to resort to violence when they get bored. You know what I'm talking about? But that's no here nor there. I'm glad I seen y'all grocery shop. You know what I'm talking about? Where all my scamming ass, that bitch is it's a hit. You can't deny none of that. You know what I'm talking about? It's definitely gonna hit at least 20 on the top 100. Nigga, that's the rest of the summer. You know what I'm talking about? And it might move around. If it moves to the next summer, guess what? We getting close. If it hit 3 summers, it's an anthem. So if it come next summer, you know they gonna push it to the 3rd one. You know what I'm talking about? Just all I can say is this though, Young Miami. Don't play it every time you get a chance. It's always on your story. This, that, and the other. You know why? Cause then it gets redundant. But we gonna move on. Shout out to Big Meech. You know, I said it earlier. I'm gonna say it again. Shout out to you, big sir. You understand me? And giving motherfuckers a chance. You know what I'm talking about? So I guess Dean the Great. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own little. You know what I'm talking about? How they move around. And Dean is the type of nigga he ain't giving niggas. You know what I'm talking about? Like you ain't trying to work for it. I ain't trying to give it to you. You know what I mean? And he just the type of nigga where, you know what I'm saying? Why would I give you the juice? Then you turn around and do me bold. And Big Meech like, nigga, everybody ain't like that. You gotta lose sometime to win. You feel me? You give enough second chances, somebody will come and make sure you're straight. And that's just what it is, nigga. Everybody ain't a fuck nigga. Excuse my language. I don't mean to offend or harm anyone. That's my disclaimer. You see it. Parental advisory, explicit content. You know, put the kiddies up. You feel me? Everybody, I don't know fuck nigga shit. You see, some niggas is genuine. A genuine conversation, genuine advice. Definitely gonna help you win. You can't treat everybody bald, sir. You gotta give niggas a chance. You know what I mean? And that's all Big Meech was saying. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes broke niggas need, you know what I'm saying, a little assistance so they can get unbroke. You know, they ain't trying to do a lot. They just trying to do enough. You know what I'm saying? Some people need a feed. You know what I mean? That way they won't be broke again. You feel me? And some niggas are lots. And that's what make it hard. A lot of niggas just be using the shit so they won't be fuck niggas no more. And then they end up, because money don't do nothing but enhance who you really are. So then you get unbroke and you realize he was a fuck nigga the whole time. Now you gotta rearrange it. You probably gonna, some niggas is real good and you gotta rebrand, and because they didn't stole everything, you feel me? They got your whole identity down pat. The whole time for 6 months though, you thought he was a stand-up guy. Then all of a sudden, everything didn't flip-flopped and changed. You wondering why? Yeah, because he did some whole nigga shit. I don't know why I'm messing with this. It's just irritating. Yeah, this the first time you'll get to see me pick my skin. I'm a picker. Hence why I got dots. You know, little shit everywhere. You know what I'm talking about? I'd be scared of that shit. Back in the day, I used to have, when I had 2 hands, I'd be busting bumps. You know what I'm talking about? Throughout the day, just so I can function, I guess. Shout out to you though, Big Mitch. Let's move on. Shout out to Mr. Marcellus Wiley. You know what I'm talking about? Getting into it with a woman again. You know what I'm talking about? Threatening to kill her again in front of the kids again. This is a story. We heard it all before. Let me explain. Baby, I swear. Nigga been man, that nigga been since he been. You know what I'm talking about? Shit. It seems like every 4 years you catch you a little domestic. Yeah, we definitely gonna call you Marcellus DV Wiley. You know what I'm talking about? For real, nigga. God damn, even if you didn't do it, you done it. Cause you already done. You feel me? Once you get found guilty, or you get told you was guilty, you gonna be guilty forever. And that's just how it move, man. You know what I'm talking about? You can't be threatening to unalive somebody in front of their children and think it's just gonna go the way it's supposed to go. No, you're going to jail, sir. You're definitely going to jail, okay? Shit, fuck you talking about. Shout out to Drake. So I guess Adam Ross. I'm saying your name wrong. I really don't care because I don't like you as a person. You know what I'm talking about? Charleston White and a car ride. You feel me? And I guess Charleston White was like, yeah, I like Drake. I like this one song. Because that's how I know the information was old, because it was about Mother's Day. And how he was going to go visit his mother. And he was also going to go to church. And he wanted to play this song by Drake. You feel me? And it was a song about his mom. You know what I'm talking about? It was a good song. I didn't heard it before. I'm talking about... For real. Definitely didn't heard it before. Probably wrote it. But I definitely heard it before. I'm talking about. Shout out to you though, Drake. Shout out to Charleston White. Speaking of Charleston White, you gotta clarify. You probably gonna go live. I don't really care, but you definitely gotta clarify this situation. So I guess I don't even know. You know, it's the world's so fucked up these days. Motherfuckers be making up stories and shit don't even be true. So I guess Charleston White wanted to play house with 3 of his cousins. I'm talking about, and the lady that came on talking about she might be traumatized. She don't care what he say, she traumatized. That shit don't even sound real. You know what I'm saying? Definitely disingenuous. But you gotta clean it up, sir. Is them ladies telling the truth? Was you playing house? I'm just asking. Talking about, guess we'll find out if you was playing house or not. That's what she said. You was playing house, sir. We got 2 more and we gonna get on up out of here. You know what I'm talking about? And it's been under the 40. Probably because I got straight to it. I ain't give you no chaser this time. You know what I'm talking about? So we got Big Tigger trying to get his phone back. What can I say? The man was trying to get his phone. And she was holding it hostage like this was the last motherfucking phone left. It had to been a phone he paid for. And it probably was an iPhone 16, 17. You feel me? A good joint. And you wanted to keep it? Why? Let that man in that phone go. You know what I'm saying? But don't nobody really want to come to the defense of the situation. Nobody never want to come to the defense of the assailant. You know what I mean? Saying it's never the victor, it's always the victim. You know what I'm talking about? So they really want to support what she got going on. The girlfriend, the wife, and then whoever the co-host is. You talking about? I did this already, so you know what I'm talking about. You have to go through my story and my timeline to understand what's going on. You got to be going on when it's going on to understand the goings on of the going on. You know what I'm talking about? I like to explain it like that, so you got to think and see where I'm coming from. So, like I said, they ready to celebrate the victim instead of the victory. You know what I'm talking about? And yeah, we need further information now. The man said he was leaving and he needed his phone. You ain't want to give him his phone. So now when the police come and they see that he been wrestling with her and needed his things, you know what I mean? It's going to look like he was doing what he wasn't supposed to be doing. And shout out to whoever was holding the phone. I mean, your best bet was to tell him, just tell him to get off her. That's the only thing you really can do. You can't really do nothing else. And then him getting off her and saying he just wanted his phone, hey, that's no here nor there. You gonna get your phone back, probably gonna go to jail too, but you gonna get your phone back. Shout out to you though, Big Tigger. I hope the information that we have sent, you know what I'm saying, between vlogs and interviews and everything that come along with this come alongs. I hope it vote well for you. And last but not least, shout out to Casanat. I guess you got a comeback coming. You know what I'm talking about? You was getting your stream on. Probably had like 1 million people in there. That's good for coming back. I mean, they still listening. You know what I'm talking about? I liked how you was doing the little raffle. That was what was up. And you was playing Spin That Shit, huh? Spin That Shit, huh? Where my scam ass niggas said, hey, you know it. Shit. For real. But yeah, that's all I really had to say. I ain't got much going on and ain't nothing else going on. So guess what? If you see this light right here, you know it's real. And with all that being said, as the old saying goes, the smoke's gone, I'm gone.